A strange new object has been spotted in our solar system, an object that may not be a comet at all. Scientists have been baffled by its behaviour, and it's been witnessed manoeuvring through space in a way that completely defies our understanding of physics. It's not just any ordinary object, it's 3I Atlas, and recent observations are raising alarming questions about its true nature. The object's behaviour has not only puzzled astronomers, but also put astrophysicists like Dr. Avi Loeb at the centre of a growing debate. To make matters worse, 3I Atlas seems to be accelerating at an impossible rate, growing brighter by the day and turning a mysterious shade of blue. But that's just the beginning. At the moment, no one can explain the strange jets it's emitting, or the absence of the comet's characteristic tail. This object may not just be an interstellar comet, it could be something far more incredible and frightening. In this investigation, we'll dive deep into the mystery of 3I Atlas and ask the question that's on everyone's mind. Could this be the first sign of extraterrestrial technology? For over a decade, I've dedicated myself to studying the stars and the strange phenomena that occur beyond our planet. I've seen my fair share of oddities, comets, asteroids, and mysterious signals. But nothing prepared me for what we are witnessing with 3I Atlas. At first, I thought it was just another comet making its way across the solar system. I've seen many of them, some bright, some faint, all of them predictable. But then something changed. Just hours ago, astronomers monitoring 3I Atlas noticed something impossible, an acceleration far beyond what should be possible for any known object in our solar system. Scientists at the Virtual Telescope project in Italy, NASA's JPL, and even Dr. Avi Loeb himself are now trying to make sense of what is happening, and the answers are anything but clear. Everything seemed normal for 3I Atlas until October 29, 2025. The object, which had been travelling steadily through the solar system, reached its closest point to the Sun, its perihelion. What astronomers expected was a typical brightening due to solar radiation. But that's not what happened. Instead of following the usual pattern, 3I Atlas suddenly began brightening at an alarming rate, 5 times brighter than anyone anticipated. Telescopes from the Las Vegas Observatory, NASA's Hubble Space Telescope, and the Virtual Telescope project confirmed the unexpected phenomenon. The comet wasn't just brightening, it was changing colour. Over the next few days, the object's colour shifted dramatically, turning a striking shade of blue, far bluer than any comet or object in our solar system should appear. This wasn't a natural colour change from simple solar radiation, it was something else, something that defied all natural explanations. Now we have to ask ourselves, could this be some sort of optical illusion, a trick of the light, or is it something more? Scientists at the Harvard Observatory, including Dr. Avi Loeb, have a disturbing theory. They believe 3I Atlas is manoeuvring in ways that defy the laws of physics. At this point, no one can explain why this object is behaving in such an unnatural way. Could it really be something other than a comet? And what does this mean for our understanding of what lies beyond the stars? Just when astronomers thought things couldn't get weirder, something even stranger happened. The object began emitting jets, not the kind of jets you'd expect from a typical cometary tail, but precise, concentrated streams of matter shooting out from the object's core. Comets are known to eject gas and dust from their cores as they approach the Sun, but 3I Atlas is doing something completely different. The jets are directional, firing with incredible precision, and there is no sign of the usual cometary tail. The jets don't match anything we know about comets or asteroids. These jets are clearly not a product of the usual cometary evaporation. The object's structure appears completely different as well. A fuzzy, irregular core with 7 distinct jets protruding from it, all of them pointing outward in seemingly random directions. Some experts believe the jets could be an indication of internal propulsion, but no one can explain how an object this size could be generating thrust without any visible propulsion system. Could 3I Atlas be an object from another star system, a fragment of a much larger structure? Or could it be something more terrifying, a controlled maneuver of some kind, possibly even a probe from an alien civilization? The possibility that 3i Atlas is a technological object, not a natural phenomenon, is becoming more likely with every new piece of data. And while that may seem unbelievable, the data is there, and it's undeniable. November 7th, 2025, it was a moment that shocked the scientific community. Dr. Avi Loeb, a theoretical astrophysicist from Harvard, appeared on Newsmax TV and confirmed something that had been on everyone's mind. 3i Atlas had maneuvered. Loeb's words sent shockwaves through the field of astrophysics. For years, he's been a vocal advocate for the idea that we are not alone in the universe. And now, with 3i Atlas, he believes we may have found evidence of extraterrestrial technology. According to Loeb, the object's behavior is so out of the ordinary that it can't be explained by natural forces alone. I believe we are looking at something that has been intentionally manipulated, Loeb stated in his interview. His words have ignited a firestorm of controversy, with some scientists agreeing with him and others dismissing his theory as too far-fetched. But what if Loeb is right? What if 3i Atlas is not just an interstellar comet, but a probe sent to observe us, or perhaps even to communicate with us? To answer that question, we need more data. The Mars Reconnaissance Orbiter, which has been tracking the object from orbit, has yet to release high-resolution images of 3i Atlas. But those images are expected soon, possibly as soon as December 19th, 2025, when the object will make its closest approach to Earth. Could this be the moment we finally get the proof we need? Or will the object fragment, leaving us with more questions than answers? As we wait for the next round of high-resolution images, we have to ask, what exactly is the object made of? Spectral analysis from multiple observatories, including NASA's Hubble and the Galileo project's Las Vegas Field Observatory, has provided some surprising answers. 3i Atlas is composed of a mixture of elements with a high concentration of nickel and very little iron. This is unusual for most comets, which tend to be primarily icy. The object's chemical makeup suggests that it may not have formed in the same way as typical solar system comets, and some scientists are beginning to suspect that 3i Atlas might not be a comet at all. But it's the physical data that's even more compelling. Observations show that the object is much cooler than expected, yet it's emitting shorter wavelengths of radiation than the Sun. For comparison, the Sun's surface temperature is about 5800 Kelvin, but 3i Atlas is much colder. Still, it's radiating energy at a level that is far beyond what we would expect from a normal object of this size. Some experts believe this could indicate that the object has some sort of internal energy source, perhaps even an artificial one. The object's shape, too, is unlike anything we've seen in the solar system before. The core is fuzzy, and its irregular shape doesn't conform to the patterns we expect from asteroids or comets. Instead of a typical icy ball of debris, it's more like a metallic fragment with sharp, unexplainable features. It doesn't match the characteristics of any known natural body. And now, with the jets of ejected material, some scientists are starting to wonder, is this object alive? Is it a probe, possibly even a self-repairing mechanism that's been travelling through the galaxy for millennia? Every piece of data is pushing us closer to the unsettling conclusion that 3i Atlas is not what it seems. But what if it's more than just an anomaly? What if this is the first piece of evidence of something truly extraordinary? To find out, we need to keep watching, and what happens next could change everything we know about the cosmos. Interestingly, there's another piece to this puzzle that ties 3i Atlas to one of the most famous unexplained events in radio astronomy history, the WOW signal. Back in 1905, a researcher working at the Big Ear Radio Observatory detected an unusual radio signal coming from the constellation Sagittarius. The signal was a narrowband, highly intense burst of radio waves that lasted 72 seconds. Since then, it's remained one of the greatest unsolved mysteries in the field of SETI, search for extraterrestrial intelligence. But here's where it gets eerie. 3i Atlas is currently within just 9 degrees of the WOW signal's origin point in the sky. Could this be a coincidence, or could these two events be linked in some way? Is 3i Atlas part of a larger cosmic mystery, one that reaches back to the origins of intelligent life in the universe? Some scientists, including Dr. Loeb, have suggested that the peculiar behavior of 3i Atlas might be a sign of something far more intentional, a cosmic message that we're not yet able to fully understand. Could the object be a signal or a probe sent to investigate the Earth, or even to communicate with us? At this point, the connection between 3i Atlas and the WOW signal remains speculative, but the alignment is certainly striking. Both represent strange anomalies that defy conventional explanations, and as we gather more data, the question becomes more pressing. Are these two events part of a larger cosmic pattern? What's even more fascinating is the timing. As 3i Atlas continues its path toward Earth, we are closer than ever to discovering the truth behind this mysterious object. But with that discovery, there could also be unsettling answers about who or what is out there. Are we witnessing the first signs of extraterrestrial intelligence? Or is 3i Atlas just a strange cosmic anomaly that we still can't fully explain? Only time and more data will tell. As December 19th, 2025 draws nearer, the scientific community is preparing for what could be the most significant day in our understanding of 3i Atlas. The object will make its closest approach to Earth, and astronomers around the world will be watching closely. From the Virtual Telescope project in Italy to NASA's Jet Propulsion Laboratory in California, telescopes will be trained on the object to capture high-resolution images and radar scans. The goal? To determine whether 3i Atlas will fragment, emit new jets, or even release smaller objects in the process. Some scientists believe that 3i Atlas could be a fragment of a much larger object, a piece of something that broke off long ago during its journey across the galaxy. Others suspect that the object is a probe, one that's been deliberately heading toward Earth for a long time, perhaps to study our planet, or even to make contact. The possibilities are mind-boggling. If the object fragments, it could release valuable data about its composition and structure. If it's an artificial probe, we could be on the verge of discovering technology beyond our wildest imagination. Or perhaps, if it's a cometary body, we'll witness the final stages of its disintegration as it passes through the solar system. Whatever happens, the world will be watching. But as we approach this critical date, it's worth considering what this means for humanity. Will we be able to explain the bizarre behavior of 3i Atlas, or will we be left with more questions than answers? One thing is certain. December 19th will be a pivotal moment in the search for extraterrestrial life, and it could be the key to unlocking one of the greatest mysteries of the cosmos. After December 19th, the data will flood in. High-resolution images, radar scans, and detailed spectrographic analysis will provide us with the clearest picture yet of 3i Atlas. But even then, there will still be more questions. What if the object doesn't fragment? What if it continues on its path as though nothing is out of the ordinary? Scientists are already preparing for the worst-case scenario. What if 3i Atlas is not a comet at all, but a piece of extraterrestrial technology that is beyond our comprehension? And what if that technology is actively observing us, or even sending us a message? Some experts believe that the object's anomalous acceleration, colour shift, and jet activity could be part of a deliberate, intentional process, something that we're simply not equipped to understand yet. Could we be witnessing the first signs of a larger cosmic event that will change everything we know about the universe? As we approach the final moments of 3i Atlas's journey through our solar system, one thing is clear. The mystery surrounding this object is far from over. If anything, it's just beginning. Will we uncover the truth about this object in time? Will December 19th bring us closer to answering the question of whether we are alone in the universe? Or will 3i Atlas remain an enigma, forever out of reach, forever unexplained? The countdown has begun, and in the coming weeks we may finally discover the truth about 3i Atlas. As December 19th approaches, scientists are speculating more about what 3i Atlas could really be. Some argue that the object's strange behaviour could be a result of natural processes we just don't fully understand yet. Others, like Dr. Loeb, are more daring in their conclusions, suggesting that the object might not be natural at all. One of the more radical ideas gaining traction is that 3i Atlas could be an alien probe. The object's maneuverability, its unusual colour shift, and the perfectly calculated jets all suggest an artificial origin, or at least manipulation, by intelligence. Some researchers believe that the object is intentionally heading toward Earth, possibly as a reconnaissance mission from an advanced civilization. Could it be that 3i Atlas is intentionally revealing itself to humanity? If so, why now? What could this object want from us? Or perhaps, what could it be trying to communicate? And if it is an alien probe, why hasn't it made contact directly? Others believe 3i Atlas is a fragment of a much larger object, possibly the remnants of an interstellar craft, or even a piece of a much older artificial structure. What if it's a relic from a long-forgotten civilization, travelling through the stars, now slowly making its way toward Earth? Yet another theory suggests that 3i Atlas could be a natural anomaly, perhaps an object from another star system that's been altered by the forces of space and time. Maybe it's a comet that's been warped by gravitational forces beyond our understanding, or an asteroid that's been subject to unusual physical conditions. Even with these competing theories, no one can fully explain the object's behaviour. It continues to defy every explanation that scientists have attempted, and the more data we gather, the more perplexing the mystery becomes. One thing is for sure, we are on the brink of a breakthrough that could change our understanding of the cosmos forever. As the mystery of 3i Atlas deepens, public interest has only increased. People around the world are following the story with bated breath, and many are beginning to question whether our governments are hiding something about this object. There's been mounting political pressure for greater transparency. In fact, US Congresswoman Anna Paulina Luna has been vocal in calling for more information to be released to the public. In a recent briefing on Capitol Hill, Luna demanded that NASA declassify any additional data about 3i Atlas that might reveal whether it's something more than just a comet. Her push for transparency comes at a time when distrust of government agencies and scientific institutions is at an all-time high. People are wondering why NASA hasn't released the high-resolution images from the Mars Reconnaissance Orbiter. What's being kept secret, and why is this information being withheld? While NASA continues to insist that the data is being carefully analysed, the growing public outcry has led to questions about what could be in those images. Could they reveal signs of alien technology? Or is there something even more unsettling that we're not being told? At the same time, Dr. Loeb's comments about 3i Atlas's potential as a technological object have sparked a wave of media attention. His reputation as a leading voice in the search for extraterrestrial life has given his claims a sense of authority. As a result, his theory about the object's origins is gaining traction, not just in scientific circles, but among the public as well. With all of this pressure mounting, it's becoming clear that 3i Atlas is not just a scientific curiosity, it's becoming a political issue, one that might reshape how we think about life beyond Earth. As we near the December 19th approach, the pressure on scientists, governments, and the global community to understand 3i Atlas has reached a fever pitch. What happens next could be the most important moment in the history of human exploration. On December 19th, we'll have the first opportunity to truly see 3i Atlas up close. Will it fragment? Will it release more jets or smaller objects? Will it reveal any technological structures or Patterns that could confirm Dr. Loeb's theory? We know that when the object reaches its closest approach to Earth, it will pass by at a distance of 203 million kilometers, still quite far, but close enough for astronomers to capture the data they need. The high-resolution images that will be released could provide a clearer picture of what we're dealing with. As we speak, teams of scientists at NASA, the Galileo project, and the Virtual Telescope project are preparing their instruments for the final observations. The countdown to December 19th is on, and it will likely reveal whether we are dealing with a natural phenomenon, a fragment of alien technology, or something entirely unexpected. But even if we don't get all the answers on December 19th, this moment will still be a landmark in the history of astronomy. For the first time, we might truly be confronted with the possibility that we are not alone in the universe, that we're not just observing a comet, but something far more profound. The world will be watching, the scientific community is on edge, and the truth about 3I Atlas is just within reach. What happens next could change everything we know about the cosmos. But the mystery doesn't end on December 19th. What happens after that date will be just as crucial. If 3I Atlas continues to behave in an unpredictable manner, we could see new developments unfold as it moves further into the solar system. The data we collect in the coming months may answer the question of whether the object is truly artificial, but there's still so much we don't know. What if the object fragments after its closest approach? What if it's a piece of a much larger structure? Even if the object behaves as expected, scientists will continue to monitor it closely, looking for any signs of further anomalies. The arrival of 3I Atlas could just be the beginning of a new chapter in our understanding of the universe. Some scientists are already looking beyond 3I Atlas, speculating that this could be part of a larger pattern of phenomena that point to extraterrestrial involvement. Could other objects like 3I Atlas be on their way to Earth? Or could we have just witnessed the first sign of something truly extraordinary? In the end, 3I Atlas may turn out to be the first piece of evidence in a much larger cosmic puzzle, one that could forever alter our understanding of life beyond Earth. As we continue to study this object, the questions only grow. But one thing is clear, we are not alone in this universe, and 3I Atlas may be the key to unlocking the biggest mystery humanity has ever faced. As we near the climax of this cosmic mystery, the question remains, what will we discover when the data finally arrives? Will the close approach of 3I Atlas on December 19th offer the breakthrough we've been waiting for, or will it leave us with more unanswered questions? Scientists have been eagerly awaiting high-resolution images of the object, and the stakes couldn't be higher. If we see that 3I Atlas continues to behave in ways that no known comet or asteroid would, it will likely confirm the hypothesis that this is something far more unusual, perhaps a piece of technology or an artifact from beyond our solar system. Of course, we can't rule out the possibility that 3I Atlas is simply a very unusual natural object, though that seems less and less likely as we collect more data. Every new observation seems to point toward a more extraordinary explanation. Interestingly, astronomers are now suggesting that the object could also be a time capsule of sorts, a remnant of an ancient interstellar event, or even a message in a bottle from an alien civilization. The idea that 3I Atlas could be a probe, intentionally directed toward Earth, is gaining traction. Dr. Avi Loeb has been vocal about this theory, and he believes that we may be looking at evidence of an interstellar civilization. If 3I Atlas is a technological probe, it would be the first proof that intelligent life exists beyond our planet, and that it's watching us. The implications of this discovery are staggering. To add another layer of complexity, some scientists have even begun considering the possibility that the object might not be a single body at all, but rather a cluster of smaller objects. If 3I Atlas is fragmented, could it be that we're witnessing a carefully orchestrated event, one that could reveal a hidden cosmic structure? Whatever the truth turns out to be, December 19th is shaping up to be a monumental day in the search for answers. The data we collect from this close encounter could be the key to unlocking one of the greatest mysteries of our time. At the heart of the debate over 3I Atlas is the question of whether this object is alien in origin or a natural phenomenon. Some of the world's leading experts are torn between these two possibilities, and both sides of the argument are incredibly compelling. On one hand, the object's behavior, its acceleration, its color shift, the jets, seems to defy all known natural explanations. Objects like comets and asteroids simply don't act this way. This is why some scientists, including Dr. Loeb, have argued that 3I Atlas is a probe sent by an advanced civilization. On the other hand, there are those who believe that 3I Atlas could still be a natural object, but one that's simply behaving in an extraordinary way. Perhaps the object is made up of materials we haven't yet encountered, or perhaps it's been affected by a cosmic force that we don't yet understand. Ultimately, the answer may be more complicated than either side expects. 3I Atlas could turn out to be a hybrid, an object that was once natural, but has since been modified or guided by intelligent forces. One thing is certain: the discovery of 3I Atlas, whether it's an alien probe or a strange natural object, will have profound implications for humanity. It will force us to reconsider everything we know about the universe and our place in it. As December 19th draws closer, the tension is building. We are mere days away from witnessing what could be a pivotal moment in the history of science and space exploration. What will happen when 3I Atlas reaches its closest approach to Earth? Will the object fragment into pieces, revealing its true nature? Will the jets continue to emit strange emissions, or will they change in unexpected ways? Could we even observe new objects being released from the core of 3I Atlas, suggesting that it's not just one single body, but a cluster of smaller objects? Whatever happens, the world will be watching. Teams from NASA, the Galileo Project, the Virtual Telescope Project, and many others are gearing up for the final round of observations. Telescopes will be trained on 3I Atlas, and scientists are preparing to analyze every detail from the object's trajectory to the characteristics of the material it emits. But even after December 19th, the mystery may not be solved. If the object behaves in an unprecedented way, we could be faced with even more questions than answers. And if it fragments or reveals new components, we could be on the verge of discovering something that changes our understanding of the universe forever. As the clock ticks down, we can't help but wonder, are we looking at the greatest astronomical discovery of all time? Or is 3I Atlas simply an anomaly, one that, in the end, we'll be unable to explain? The countdown to December 19th continues, and in the coming days, we will learn more than we ever thought possible. The mystery of 3I Atlas is unlike anything we've ever seen before. Whether it's an alien probe, a fragment of a cosmic relic, or something even more extraordinary, one thing is certain: it's changing everything we thought we knew about the universe. On December 19th, we'll finally get the answers we've been waiting for. Will 3I Atlas reveal itself as a piece of extraterrestrial technology, or will it remain an enigma, leaving us with more questions than answers? Whatever happens, the discovery of 3I Atlas will mark a pivotal moment in humanity's search for knowledge beyond Earth. And as we continue to unravel the mystery, we are reminded of how much we still have to learn about the vast, mysterious universe we live in. If you want to stay updated on this incredible story, make sure you subscribe and turn on notifications. I'll be releasing follow-up videos as new data comes in, especially after December 19th, when we'll finally see what happens next. Leave a comment below and let me know what you think. Do you believe 3I Atlas could be an alien probe? Or is it something else entirely? I'm really curious to hear your thoughts. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned, because the mystery of 3I Atlas is far from over.